Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks, here to bring you your weekly market update. If you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notifications. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this case of EVR. I've been really enjoying this product. There's a lot of fun things to collect in here. You guys know I like the collecting side of things. I love when I'm able to pool stuff. I love when I order it and frankly fill out my collection from the mail. As you've probably seen with my mail days, I'm very happy about that. The market has been incredibly interesting around this product. I think there's a lot of uncertainty still because the James White 2.0 announcement and the uncertainty around Unlimited. No one really knows what's going on there, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump into the boxes and the prices for sealed product, and then we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive into cards and market stuff. So let me get these out here and hopefully not toss them. Okay, so far so good. Let's just keep them upside down. Sorry. Anyways, so boxes. It's been an interesting market. The market has generally responded to the situation with the competitive season, right? So people are seeing the cards that are useful, the Majestics, that are pretty amazing within the set. They're building decks around it, and as a result, other cards are starting to become more valuable. And that also means boxes become more valuable. So there's been a lot of shifting market pieces going on here. It's really interesting. So let's just dive in, and then we'll talk about it as we go through it. So WTR Unlimited box, it's down a lot at 7% down to $59. So if you're looking for WTR Unlimited to crack for your own collection purposes, I am not. I've collected too many cases of that. It's around $59, very cheap, very affordable right now, and you know there's obviously some good cards in there worth getting if you don't have in your collection yet. I imagine a lot of people are in a similar situation to me, and they've overdone it with that, have too much common chaff, and are getting rid of it. I get that. I'm not buying it, even though there is a 8% TCG player sale today. Oh, by the way, all of these you need to take with a grain of salt. TCG players having an 8% cashback sale today. These prices are pooled today. So I imagine they're somewhat modified by the fact that that sale is happening, right? So ARC Unlimited boxes, same prices before. They barely moved, 1% at 82. Crew Unlimited boxes are going for $75 now. So it's up, $75.9, so up $6. 8% increase. That's kind of spicy. I'm kind of interested in that. I'm not sure exactly what's causing Crew to jump. Must be individual cards in there. Mon Unlimited is also jumped, but this one's significant. $74 right now for the price. It's a $14 increase over last week, so 23% increase. That's big. I'm assuming it's Prism Chasers, people trying to get the cards, the special cards for Prism, but we don't know that for sure. Maybe tied to the buyouts around the Phantasm Footsteps as well. We'll have to see how this pans out. I think it's just an increase related to competitiveness of certain cards. Cases of Unlimited, WTR didn't move. It's essentially the same. ARC is up 7%, $26 increase to $387. That is pretty significant. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Maybe people are just trying to collect it before, I'm not sure, before it runs out completely. It's probably slated to run out pretty soon. Crew 310 didn't move at all. Mon Unlimited is down to a 285. That is very low, especially considering the Mon boxes are up individually. So buy a case, sell a box. I don't know. Seems like it's a possible play. So that's something to take a look at if you're interested in that. The Tales of Aria Unlimited has not really moved. It's at 305, up 2%. It's ticking up. Nothing wrong with that. WTR First Edition box has not not moved significantly, but it has ticked up to 4,148. And again, these are list prices, first edition boxes. Obviously, you can get better prices if you go to Discords or Facebooks or etc. And you probably should for first edition, like old stuff, instead of trying to buy off TCG Player. But it is interesting to see how the price wiggles around. That is the same price, by the way, that it was 2 weeks ago. So it's basically just fluctuating on a 3%, kind of variable position. Arc Unlimited, first edition is at 2,075, slightly down from the 2,150 from the week before, but it was 2,200 2 weeks ago, so you're seeing a slow decline on that first edition Arc box. Crew first edition has moved down, not really much at all. It's at 710. Last week it was 709. The week before it was 754. So it's technically up 0.14% from last week, but it's down from kind of the previous 2 weeks ago. Mon is worth noting. It has moved up 5.6% at 169. So some of that Mon to 1K energy is getting back in there. At 169, I'm not seeing 1K anytime soon. Tales of Aria is not moved at all. It's literally the same price as it was last week. EVR for single boxes, very interesting. It is starting to tick up a little bit from its lows, which is an interesting sign. Does that mean supply is a little more constrained than people imagined? I don't know. $81 from the 79 last week. Again, the week before it was at 84. So, it's still at its low try to find the bottom situation. So that's fine. But it's up 2.5% this week. WTR first edition case, seeing exactly the same price list. Again, listed. If you're going to buy this, go find someone on Facebook or Discords to go ahead and buy that in an individual transaction. Don't buy from TCG Player. Same with ARC, $18,999, not moving at all in that list price. Crew, $3,200, seems to be the same situation as ARC and WTR now. It wasn't that way before. It used to be it moved around a lot. Now it's pretty much just flat and stuck, and no one buys from TCG Player. Monarch. It is down 4.73%, and this is first edition cases. I apologize, I haven't been saying that. 665 for that case, so down 4%. That's a $33 drop on Monarch first edition cases. Pretty interesting considering that the Monarch prices were going up for the individual first edition boxes. So again, buy a case, sell boxes? Question mark? I don't know. Tales of Aria is up 5.4%. That's $19 to $369. I think this is people chasing those collectibles and fun things to put into their Starvo deck. So similar kind of market reaction to the competitive scene. Now, the interesting one for me, and this is as of today, because yesterday this was not the case. I checked the prices yesterday too. EVR is up $21 or 6.6% at $339. For a long while, it was running at 318. So it's back to 339, where it was 2+ weeks ago. Not crazy. I imagine we'll see more fluctuations around this. I can't say that this is like a sign that it's starting to go up. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Again, TCG Player is having a sale today, so that's probably impacting it because it's the recent set. People are going to buy that sealed product. They held off, maybe didn't buy enough boxes, maybe didn't get the card they wanted, so they're going ahead and jumping in on it now, right? That happens. Then a couple of things to talk about, just in the general market. First, again, take everything with a grain of salt. Sealed products going to be affected by this TCG Player, and that is the source of data. Buyouts. There's been a couple of buyouts reported, and it is reflected in some of the card prices and the EV. Kitchen Table TCG did their price update this week, earlier in the week, and they basically showed that the EV is positive on EVR. So that's very confusing. On Everfest. Everfest is a buy a box, open it, and you make money situation, for the most part. Not 100%, for the most part. And that's because things like the Grandeur of Valahai, the Legendary, or Fable rather, jumped to over $500, up to $550. It is currently sitting at $500. A week ago, it was at $415. Someone went and bought a bunch of them, or a lot of people went and bought a bunch of them. So they have basically been bought out to a degree, and the supply is much lower than it has been. There's only 11 listings as of today. So it's hard to get a hold of, or it's becoming hard to get a hold of, and as a result, its price is ticking up. This is a little surprising compared to like Corsham from Tales of Aria, which is still a lower price. I think this is indicative of the market news that I've been saying for a while, that this is a lower print run, this is a limited run. There may not be as many, and again, for the Fable first edition, it's a collectible piece. It's not like the Unlimited is going to replace it. It will replace it in functionality, but it's primarily a collectible piece, so you can't really replace the collectible part. So even if Unlimited comes out, I don't think that will drive the price on the first edition Grandeur of Valahai too far down. Maybe down to 450 at the lowest. Pretty interesting. Good news for everyone there that is in the collector side. Something else that I did mention, but I want to highlight again, the first edition case, booster box case, is at $339 after sitting at $318 to $320 for the longest time. I believe map was $320 for that. So it moving up, pretty cool. I would say take it with a grain of salt again. TCG player has essentially been in a situation where they're doing 8% cashback to anyone buying anything that's sealed today. So I have a feeling the market's a little bit twisted for that. Let's take a look at it again next week and see if it's trickled back down to that base price or where it is and what's going on there. I do know that everyone is getting their supply now. So last person I heard getting it was it Rogue? Rogue was Rogue was, I think, the last one to get his big supply for his patrons, and that has already gone out, and I've heard people are getting it. So I think we're past the phase of pent-up supply. Now it's all about where the demand takes us. Nice. Home of Sharp Eye. Cold foil. That's a nice grab. I like that. In the close, too. You gotta love it. Those last few packs sort of giving you the beauty. Man, that card looks real good. Look at that foiling. Oh, my God. I like that a lot. Anyways, I love opening this product, by the way. It's just, I mean, I know I've said it, but it's fun to open. Like, it's just fun to open. For a collector, you always feel like you got something. I can understand players or otherwise, like, having issues with it, but, you know, it's a different side of the market than I'm thinking about for the most part. The competition, SCG Con, finished. Starvo crushed it. I have a feeling that's going to impact prices if it hasn't already. So we're going to see more Tales of Aria impacts because people will start looking for those elemental cards, and we're going to see more singles impacts. Now, I will say I just went through the EVR singles a moment ago and did not see big changes. There wasn't anything crazy going on besides the buyout on Grandeur of Valahai. The full art cards are still floating around the same price they were before, 100 or so for the fancy majestic ones. I believe it's 50 to 70 range for the Aether one, the Wizard one that seems less in demand. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same with the exception of the Silver Palm slipping, I think, $20 over the past couple of weeks. And, you know, here and there's like a few things slipping, but it's not really the crush on the market that I was expecting. So that's interesting to watch. So I'm kind of glad that I bought the Majestics I did when I did. Now that might change as the season moves on and people realize which cards are the most valuable. Maybe still an uncertainty market thing. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and do the prices of the cards in this box. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and get through these prices. Some surprises here, nothing too crazy. Passing Mirage Rainbow Foil, $125. Rain Razors for $20. This round's on me is $156. Battering Bolt is $7.86, higher than I would have thought. Sigil of Parapet is $1. Breaking Tide is up to $6, which is nice. Miraging Metamorph is $13.98, surprised me. The Helm is $3.38, non-foil. The Tri-Shot Rainbow Foil is $8.45, and then the Helm Cold Foil is $24.20. For a total of $71.90, not too bad for a box that was pretty average on the pools. There's only the one cold foil, etc. So I think this is holding up for the most part. Very interesting stuff to see how the prices are changing around these Majestics and what's going on with each of the individual card prices. We'll continue to track this with each new box we open. I hope you liked the content. If you did, hit the subscribe button. Check out our Patreon if you're really into what we're doing here. Come join us on Discord. We would love to have you. And other than that, we'll see you next time.